I jacked up. I messed up. Here we go. Now we're live. I meant to hit the record button.
This is just straight into it, or is it like the 5-minute countdown or the couple-minute countdown?
Yeah, we'll give it there we go. I will give it, I don't know. It already popped up here that we're starting, so it's already 12:20. Let's just get it rocking and rolling. What do you think?
Let's go straight to it.
Yeah. Good with that?
Go straight to it. Hit the button. Hit the button. Let's go. Okay, hit the multiple buttons.
Oh,
multiple clicks.
I hit them. Lots of clicks.
Hit them all? Like,
yeah.
How many record buttons do you have?
Well, I gotta click on.
You have like 4 there. Hit the button. Click.
No. I gotta.
Record.
Yeah, I got.
Good. Fine.
I gotta hit the the window for stream elements. Then I gotta hit Spotify, and it's a whole bunch of stuff like that.
Activate this window, activate this window, activate this window, but then you realize, oh shoot, I gotta go back to the other window just so I can hit the record button.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly it.
First try.
Oh yeah.
First try. It's almost like I have like some kind of experience in like running the show like that. That's where I'm pushing all sorts of buttons.
I should probably. I have a stream deck. I could just do a go live button that would play the music and do all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that would be great. I feel like you wouldn't have to press 5 buttons if you use your stream deck. No,
like,
it's like it's sitting there in front of you, just taunting you.
It's right here.
Buttons push me. In fact, like, why don't you just like, if you want to put your live button, just put push me for your live button instead of just saying live.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, push me.
And then if you want to, yeah, exactly. And then you can make like a big green button or something for the record button.
Or
like whatever color button you want to press that makes you want to press. You can do that.
Right, so like a live button, and then another button for starting the music and starting the recording and all of that. That would be a lot easier.
Yeah. I feel like it.
I think so.
And then even better, like you can also have a button that also opens up all the programs that you need for the recordings.
That's also true.
Yeah. You can put some delays on there if you want on the stream deck thing. Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, we're not.
From there you can just open a program, delay like 5 seconds or however long it takes you to open up a program, and then from there open up a second program. I don't know what you end up opening up. Like I have like 8 programs that I end up opening up.
I have
exaggeration. I just have
I think usually I only have like 3. It's like Voice Meter, and then an internet browser, Streamlabs, not Streamlabs, Stream Elements, like the OBS, and then I guess there's a bunch of things I have open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 6 things open.
6 things. Okay, you're getting okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm getting up there.
Yeah. So if you press like this one button, like you can program it to press this one button, and it'll open them all up.
One button to rule them all.
Yeah.
One button to bind them.
There you go. One button to bind them all.
Yeah. And in the darkness, do something to them, bind them. I think I forget how that goes. Shout out to all my Lord of the Rings friends. Yeah. So, how are you, sir?
I'm all right. Just wrapped up work and got my bum over here, and we are here.
Nice. I am wondering if you have played the game High on Life.
Negative.
It is a lot of fun, and I think you would enjoy it.
Would I?
I think so.
Would I though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. It is one of the only games I played in the last little bit, and it is very, very funny. And Morty is Morty from Rick and Morty. That voice actor voices the main gun that you have, and it is pretty hilarious.
Oh, great! So everyone gets a nice little reminder of me whenever they play that game.
I cannot stop thinking of you when I play the game. I'm not even joking. Not even joking.
Aww,
yeah.
You're making me blush.
I'm like, oh, it's like Mystery's here as my gun.
Yeah, Morty's in my pocket. Ooh, that sounds weird. Phrasing.
Morty's in my hand.
Ugh, that sounds worse.
It's even worse. Yeah, Morty's in my pocket. Morty's in my holster.
How is it possible that you can always make it worse? It doesn't make sense to me.
I gotta reload, Morty.
No, stop. Stop.
Empty that magazine.
One could say I shot myself in the foot.
Yeah, I don't know. The game's a lot of fun, and apparently it's doing really well, which is awesome because it's a comedy-based game, I guess. You know, it's like a first-person shooter, and there's some mechanics that are fun, but clearly the game is designed around its humor and its world and how fun that can kind of be. And I'm hoping that it has continued success because I'd like to see more games kind of venture into this genre of like being sort of comedic sort of first, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Captain Stir says, I thought of Mystery. Yeah. Captain Stir says, I thought of Mystery whenever I heard Morty. Exactly. See? I wasn't the only one. Yeah.
Oh, plot twist. Little do you know, I'm actually a millionaire right now because of the fact that I did voice that character.
That would be wild.
Yeah, I can't tell you any insider information. I have an NDA.
An NDA, yeah. I kind of want to sign an NDA for something, you know, feel important. Tell people, oh yeah, I know this stuff, but I can't tell you because I signed an NDA. Like, ooh, what's he know?
Would you not say like it's classified or something? I would love to be able to say that. It's classified. Sorry.
I'll say it's top shelf information.
Top shelf information for that water bar that we made yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That information's top shelf.
Yeah. You gotta pay an extra penny for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
Just a penny.
Today is we're recording this actually a little late, but we're recording this on the 22nd of December. We have Christmas coming up. For all those of you who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. This will be the episode before Christmas, obviously. I wanted
you that don't, happy holidays.
Yeah, if you don't celebrate Christmas, I guess whatever, you know, happy holidays. Mystery, did you
that was kind of like super semi-passive aggressive in some way, shape, or form.
It was. No, obviously.
I think we should just move forward here.
Happy Hanukkah, happy.
You have? Yeah. The next question you have for me, let's not ask that question.
Happy.
That's a good idea.
Happy holidays to everybody. It's weird that all the holidays are kind of happening right around the same time, but happy holidays to everybody. Mystery, do you have Christmas memories tied to video games? Do you have any memories that kind of stand out for you when it comes to Christmas?
When it comes to video games, unfortunately, I do not.
Interesting.
Have any, like, Christmas memories, mostly because like I know I have like a lot of friends that'll be like, oh, I couldn't wait for Christmas Day because like my parents would buy me video games. This, that,
right.
There. But like I never had those experiences. You know, being excited for Christmas, expecting to open up a present that has a video game in it.
Okay.
It's just unfortunately we just didn't have enough money to be able to kind of sustain that. So, you know, that was not a thing for me.
Yeah, I get that. My you know, in my family, the only time that we got video games was during Christmas. You know, it was kind of like that's sort of the only time because it was a big ticket, you know, purchase when it came to games and stuff like that. So Christmas was the time that I remember as a kid of like, oh, this is when we get new video games and stuff. So I've
be able to jump into a whole new world.
yeah, essentially. I remember vividly getting Pokemon Red when I was a kid and getting a Game Boy Color, which was teal. I remember getting those for Christmas. And that was so exciting. My older sister got Pokemon Blue. I got Pokemon Red. And oh no, I didn't have a blue one. She had a blue one. I had a lime green Game Boy Color. That was my first Game Boy.
You had a lime green?
Lime green, yeah.
How intriguing.
Yeah, green's
I haven't really come across anybody that has like a lime green one. I've come across folks that have a purple one, which I feel like is a green one. And then the see-through purple one. That's another one that I've heard a lot of people have.
I remember seeing a lot of see-through purple ones when I was a kid. Yeah.
It was like original Game Boy that had the brick and it was like really gray.
The gray, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never heard anybody say that they have the lime green one.
Yeah, I had the lime green. Green has always been my favorite color, so my parents, I guess, were like, okay, let's get him a green one since he's all about green. Lime green, I don't necessarily love lime green.
Why are we the Red Spartan Halo podcast if green's always your favorite color?
Well, because when it came to Halo, you traditionally only had red and blue. You know, they didn't really do much with green and yellow, even though those were kind of the secondary teams when you played multi-team. Yeah.
Master Chief is an olive green.
That's also true. There's just not enough instances where people are green in Halo for me to do the Green Spartan Halo podcast. And red,
we're gonna sign a petition. Signing a petition
to change the title of this to the Green Spartan Halo podcast.
Yeah, the Green Spartan Halo podcast.
I'm not opposed to it. Do you really want to do that?
The TGSHP or the GSH.
GSHP. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll think about it. We'll put that on the billboard, not the billboard.
Put that on the billboard, on the whiteboard.
The cork board. Yeah.
Cork board.
The whiteboard. We'll put it on a board.
Start tying some red lines that's connecting all these sorts of dots.
Yeah.
It could be green lines because the Green Spartan Halo podcast.
One day we'll solve everything.
One day we will solve the secrets of the Halo universe.
Exactly. Yeah. So I had a lime green Game Boy. I remember getting an Xbox, which my parents gave to my sister because they didn't want me hogging it. So my sister got the Xbox, but I got Halo 2. This is back in 2004. No, 2003. Christmas of 2003. So I was a couple months late to the Halo 2 train. But I got that for Christmas. And yeah, so that was... the Game Boy Color and Pokemon Red was vivid. The Xbox was vivid. I think those are the two memories that I have the most of, like, or like the most, easiest memories I can come up with when it comes to Christmas time and video games. And that was the other cool thing, is like I just played that video game like the whole day for Christmas. It was just a lot of fun.
Oh, so they allowed you to just sit there and play the entire day, the rest of the day at least.
Oh yeah. Well, what sucked is, like, I grew up in, I shouldn't say this sucked. I grew up in a Catholic household, so we would go to church on Christmas morning. Now, we didn't go to church every week. I mean, there were periods where we would go to church every week, but essentially we were, Christmas, Easter, we would show up. And so the worst part about Christmas was, like, we weren't going to church every week, but suddenly Christmas happens. And so I wake up and I'm playing all these awesome games and we having delicious food, and then we just have to stop, and then we go to church for like an hour and a half, and then we come back and play everything, and then we had to go out over to a family's house to like do like a Christmas dinner or whatever. And so when I was a kid, it just felt like, oh, I just want to play video games. As time went on and as I got older, it kind of turned into like, okay, I'm just staying in all day and just playing video games is pretty much what happened. So
is it now Christmas tradition? So, like, would you say that, like, for your children now you're buying them video games?
Well, here's the weird thing, is that, like, video games these days, like, I wouldn't wrap them. I wouldn't buy physical copies for my kids. So I don't know what to do there, because, like, there's definitely something really exciting about opening up a box and seeing a game that now you can play. But, like, I do all digital games. Like, I think it would be weird for me to do physical versions of games for my kids just so they can open something. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I'll have to figure that out. I mean, like my son plays Minecraft, and right now that's about it.
Ooh, do you have any like Xbox One game cases at all?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Grab one of those. Take the paper out.
Yeah.
Like a printout of the game that you plan on buying digitally for them.
Yeah.
Print out of that, put that in there, and wrap that up.
That's not a bad idea.
Right, and then
that's not. Yeah.
You get that, you still emulate the idea of like, oh hey, Christmas, you got it. You just got a game. It's just downloading right now.
Yeah, because like the experience of turning on your Xbox and then seeing a game in there is not the same experience as having a box that you're opening up and then you see that cover art. Like for sure, those are two totally different experiences. So I'm with you. Yeah. That actually does not sound like a bad idea at all. That might be a great idea actually. Maybe I'll do that. Ooh. No, but this year my son's getting he's getting a bunch of different things. He's not going to get any no video games this year for him.
Oh, we're breaking tradition here, folks.
Well, I mean, maybe maybe like
when your kids were babies, did you buy video games for them on behalf of yourself? Really, technically.
That's how I got Halo Infinite. Yeah, Halo Infinite's really a gift.
Okay.
It was a gift from my 1-year-old.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, hey, here's you know, I could definitely see myself going like, hey, let's get a new Xbox console. You know,
get it for the kids.
Well, get it for the kid. Well, I may as well just set it up over here. I'll give them this one. No, yeah, I'll have to think about that. How to wrap it or whatever. And like, okay, so Ezra's 4 years old. He's still a little bit too young. Like, I don't want him just kind of disappearing for hours playing video games or anything like that. But I do think that probably come next year, he'll start playing some more games and stuff like that. Oh, this is a good idea. So Darkly Knighted in the chat says video game memorabilia, like the Minecraft Legos or figures. You know, that kind of, him saying that kind of gave me an idea of like, maybe what I could do is like, if I'm going to get my son a game, let's say I buy him, I don't know, let's say I buy him Spyro the Dragon or something like that. Maybe I get like a Spyro the Dragon plushie or something like that he can open up, and then when he sees it, I go like, hey, we got Spyro on Xbox or something like that, just as an example. So he has something to open, something he can use, and then boom, hey, you got the game too.
Ah, there you go. Yeah,
maybe
that could work.
That could work. That could work. Yeah.
Still sticking within said tradition.
Yeah. Because that was like, I remember that being, again, like my favorite Christmases were the ones where there was some kind of video game I was getting that I was playing. You know, they were so exciting to open. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but my dog just got caught up in a blanket, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, doggo. Don't worry, you'll get out of this. Swear. No, okay, maybe.
Yeah, if you hear that noise, just know the dog is okay. He's all right. He's getting out of the blanket right now. He's safe. It's one of those things where like he has like these like nails, and so like we have a couple blankets that are very, what's the Rabble says, go save your dog. Dog's fine. I'm looking at the dog right now. The dog's okay. We have some blankets that are kind of
dog's completely entangled in like blankets and just
the dog is safe. I got chat yelling at me. The dog's fine.
Leave the podcast for
oh my goodness.
That dog, okay? Go.
I'll turn off my camera real quick. There you go.
Believe you.
I'm going.
None of them believe you. Go.
You all right? I'll go grab this dog real quick. I need you to stall. I'll bring the dog back. You guys will see the dog's perfectly fine.
Oh no. I can't wait to hear like a cut of like the dog running around and you just chasing him now. Get over here, dog! Get over here! Oh my god. Okay, he's hunting for the dog. I think he's picking up the dog right now at some point. I certainly hope.
I'm coming.
Yeah, exactly. The Benny Hill song plays in the background. Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking, Tasman. Welcome to the stream, dude.
Here we go. Just so everybody knows, here's my dog. Dog is safe. Dog is okay. Ugh. See? We all good? Everybody okay now? Everybody happy? Huh?
That's a plush dog. That doesn't count.
It's not a plush dog. That's my actual dog.
You're moving his arm on purpose.
I'm
It's
not.
a plush dog. That's not legit.
Move your head, you stupid dog.
Hey, don't verbally abuse the dog. Why is your hand moving the head? No, for the record, there was actually a dog there, not a plush dog. I was just messing with him. Oh man, that's gonna suck for the audio listeners. They're not seeing this right now.
That was not a plush dog. That was a real dog.
It was not. And he was treating you with respect.
It was a real dog. Lots of respect. The most respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The most respect.
Calling him names.
Yeah. Well, because I'm holding him over. He's just looking forward like an idiot. And I'm trying to prove that he's a real dog. He's just, perfectly still. So of course he looks like a stuffed animal.
No, he didn't look like a stuffed animal. Well, I didn't see no stitches or anything.
You didn't see any seams.
Around with everybody. Wink.
Rabble says you put the dog in the blanket on purpose. God, jeez. The dog, he's a burrower. So he's a wiener dog. So he likes to burrow. And so what he does is he gets underneath blankets, but his nails sometimes will get stuck depending on the kind of blanket you have. So that's what happened, and that's why he started yelping. But then okay. He's safe. He's okay. Everyone's fine. Everyone's safe.
Funnily enough, with the acoustics of your room, I always thought that whenever the dog was I don't know the dog's name, sorry, but if
his name is Chevy.
When he shook, did you say Machete?
No. No, but that's an awesome dog name.
You named your wiener dog Machete?
I did not name the dog Machete. His name is Chevy, like the car company.
Oh, Chevy.
Chevy,
okay.
Yeah. But I like the name Machete for a dog. That's an awesome dog name. It's my dog, Machete.
I don't know, just because based on the acoustics of the room, it always felt like it would be like a bigger dog,
Oh no!
Not like a tiny little puppy.
Yeah, he's a miniature dachshund.
Okay, and that's the only one dog you have, right?
Yeah, we used to have this other dog, but well, he died. So.
Yeah, but that didn't happen recently, did it?
Last couple of years.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a Jack Russell Terrier. And he was nuts. That dog was crazy. I had a special bond with him, though.
Were you picking him up on the podcast and pretending he was a plush dog?
No, that's just Chevy. Okay. Just Chevy, yeah.
Exclusive to Chevy, makes sense.
Exclusive to Chevy, yeah. I never got any animals. Never got any animals on Christmas. You ever get an animal for Christmas?
Negative.
You ever see those commercials?
In our household.
Only fish?
Yep.
I had fish when I was a kid. Hey, how do you keep fish alive? Because I seem to really be bad at that.
Yeah, you keep them in the tank. You don't take them out.
Oh, you keep them in the tank. Well, that explains it.
They have to stay in the water. You don't take them out to play with them. They stay in the water.
Keep them in the water. Keep them in the tank. Yes. Okay. Every time I get fish in my adult life, every time I've gotten fish, and I've done it like 2 or 3 times, they always end up getting sick and dying.
Darkly Knighted says, yeah, you don't show them on stream.
This is what fish.
I just picture you going into your tank, scooping up. Hey guys, look, it's my fish.
He's not moving.
His name is Machete, and he's a swordfish.
Oh, Machete the swordfish. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh my god, that's great. I actually want a what's it called? What's it called where not an aquarium, but like the same kind of thing, but where you have like a little pond and you're kind of just like growing like
a terrarium?
A terrarium. That's what I want. I want a terrarium.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Darkly Knight is giving you tips on how to
oh, this is good. Okay,
maintain said fish.
Darkly United's tip on keeping your fish alive: feed once a day, I believe, and make sure you clean the tank at least once in
Fish twice a day, man.
2 weeks. Depending on how big the tank or how many fish you have. Well, that might be the problem. I don't think that I clean the tanks often enough. That's a lot of work. It's not a lot of work to clean an entire tank. And how do you clean it? What do you, like?
How do you clean it?
Where do you move the fish to? You buy water for every 2 weeks, new water. Like, that sounds like a lot of maintenance.
Yeah, it can be, but I mean, I feel like dogs are much more maintenance. You gotta buy dog food all the time, and you gotta.
I just feed them
all the time.
No, not really. Well,
no, not really.
I mean, yeah, you go to the vet like once a year, you know, unless the dog has like a medical condition or something.
Oh, I see. There's not like annual checkup or like.
Yeah, there's like an annual checkup. Yeah, like he has to get his nails cut. Okay. This dog gets something done because he has a hard time going to the bathroom, so I don't want to get into it, but basically they would help stimulate something in order to help him, you know, go to the bathroom correctly.
Are you laughing at what you're saying right now, or what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at how I think you're looking at the screen right now. Like, what the hell is he talking about? That's it. Darkly Knight's got an anal squeeze. So his anal glands had to get done.
Okay, now I'm looking weird. See, before everything was fine. All right, I was in fact drinking some water while you were saying that, and now that you mention anal squeeze,
yeah,
now. You know, now
well, I've never called it an anal squeeze before, but essentially that's what they do. They have to kind of go in there and then sort of press up against a gland in order to kind of help release some kind of liquid or chemical that's kind of helps him, you know, do his thing. So he has to get that done every once in a while. Getting his nails trimmed, yeah, the checkup, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
What about you know, cleaning the dog? So showering the dog or bathing the dog and all that.
So
that all costs money, you know.
That does cost some time, but the dog is fairly easy to clean that way. There's two different ways that I do it. What I used to do is I used to take a shower and I would bring the dog in with me and then kind of soap him up and then hold him up to the shower head, kind of like, you know, Rafiki holds Simba, you know, up to the tribe or to the pride. So I would do that to the dog and kind of, you know, rinse him off that way. But now I'll just throw him in the kitchen sink, soap him up, and then hose him down with the like little detachable hose that we have. So it's kind of how I clean the dog. Yeah, throw him in the kitchen sink, wet him up, lather him up with the soap, you know.
I happen to have one of those, what is it called, carburetors in there or whatever it's called?
Carburetor?
What are those things that like
a garbage disposal?
Is that what it's called? The garbage disposal?
That's a thing, yeah.
You know, where you flip a switch or whatever, and then...
Well, it's in the drain, yeah. It's like down the drain, and it goes.
You have one of those. You have one of those in your kitchen sinks?
Yeah, I do.
You're not scared of possibly like flipping that switch while you're cleaning your dog in the kitchen?
Well, I'm not gonna flip the switch while the dog's in the sink. Also, he's not putting his foot down the drain, you know?
Oh my god!
Like, he's not putting his foot down the drain.
That is something that I would have to do. I'd be terrified. No,
yeah, but
I'm gonna stick with my fish. I'm gonna clean the fish tank.
Yeah, but the garbage disposal only goes off if you flick the switch. You know, you just don't flick the switch.
Accidents happen, man.
No, not that kind of accident. You don't accidentally flick on your garbage disposal while your dog's foot is in the drain. There's a lot of things that...
Right? You can unplug it, right?
Yeah, but I don't know where it unplugs at.
If I have one of those and I'm cleaning up my dog in the kitchen sink, I'm unplugging that thing.
Yeah, like I have no idea. It's probably under the sink somewhere, but I've never unplugged the garbage disposal.
Oh, okay.
Heaven says some Final Destination stuff right there. Yeah, it's like Final Destination Air Bud, you know, and it's just like a dog just avoiding death.
Dude, those things always freak me out.
What, garbage? Do you have one?
No, just look at the movies.
Oh.
Like, something always happens whenever there's one around.
No, look, if something always happened, well, okay, yeah, in the movies, that's true. But, you know, lots of people have garbage disposals. Very few people get their hands, like, torn apart in them.
Disposals in a movie is like Chekhov's gun in a movie, okay? Like, if you point at a garbage disposal in the movie in some way, shape, or form, it's gonna be used and it's gonna be taking someone's hands off.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
And so in my mind, I'm seeing that as a danger.
Nah, he's the dog's feet are well outside of the drain area, and the garbage disposal has never gone off accidentally. So we're all good there. I bathed the dog. I cleaned the dog. Dog's happy. Actually, the dog hates being wet. And then when I dry him off, what he does is, like, even though he's not completely dry, so the dog just runs back and forth on the first floor. Back and forth. Runs back and forth. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying that.
This pun for fur.
Runs back and forth on the first floor, just kind of going nuts, you know. But yeah.
One of the things that I was terrified about in regards to the fish tank and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Was whenever I had to take out all the fish, right? You have to take it out and put it in keep it in the same water, put it in the bag.
Right.
Right. But like obviously when you're moving the bag, you don't want to drop the bag.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that was one of those things that I was always terrified of dealing with if I ever had to like do a full thorough deep clean of the tank.
Dropping the bag of fish.
Dropping the bag of fish on the ground.
Yeah, that sounds kind of scary. I feel like it makes more sense to almost have like 2 aquariums, and then you just
Yeah, but that can get rather expensive too.
Move the fish over. Move the fish over. Dump the water out of the one. Let it dry out. Clean out. I don't know how you clean a tank. Again, probably why all the fish I've ever owned in my adult life have all died. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, look. Next time I get a fish, I'll do it the right way.
Feed it twice a day. Right?
I'll feed them twice a day. Have you seen this? Oh, you know what? Something we got to talk about real quick. We teased it a little bit last week. I'm dying. No, I'm just kidding. We teased.
We teased that last week. How do you tease that?
Oh, hold on one second. Heaven Repel in the chat says, I dropped my fish in the sink before cleaning my tank, and I had to stick my hand in the garbage disposal to save him. That was intense.
That's Final Destination shit, and you almost lost your hand. I think. You're one brave soul, Heaven's Repel.
I probably would have just put the fish out of its misery. I don't know if I'd be able to get the fish out of the garbage disposal.
Did you unplug the garbage disposal before you went to go save your fish? What is the fish's name?
It's a good question. Machete. Machete the fish.
Machete.
I love that name for an animal. If I could get away with it, I probably would have named my firstborn Machete.
Oh, you didn't know you could do that? Oh, you're one brave soul.
I didn't. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Just taking like a stick and like a string or something to start going fishing in there. I'm not sticking my hand in.
You throw a little life preserver like down the drain. Grab that, buddy.
You got this fish.
It's just flopping, trying to. Where am I? Why are all these blades around me?
Oh no.
No, we got to talk about this. So we teased something last week a little bit. We teased the tease.
And no, it's not the death of DaddyTrax.
It's not the death of me or my fish. Special super duper announcement. There's 2 podcasts and then a podcast community that are coming together to host and put on a 1v1 tournament. Now that we have Forge in Halo Infinite and people are making maps, we've been able to get our smaller sized maps, ones that are good for 1v1. And so we're doing a collaboration here with the Proximity Chat podcast, the Drunken Halo. They don't have current podcasts that are going up, but the Drunken Halo podcast community that's kind of left over. And then the Red Spartan Halo podcast, obviously us. We're all going to be doing collaborating on a 1v1 tournament. We are looking for 16 players right now. We are just opening up signing up. So we're just opening up the ability for people to sign up. So if two very, very easy ways to sign up for this, okay? All you have to do, you ready for this, Mystery? Do you want to know what all you have to do?
What do you have to do?
All you have to do is send a direct message to either myself or RealMistry. You can find us, obviously, on Discord. You can find me on Twitter. And then you could also find me, you could find me on TikTok as well. So if you DM me or DM Mystery in any of the places where you can DM us and say, hey, I want to join this 1v1 tournament, okay, that's all you have to do. We're making it super, super easy. The tournament date, do you have that off the top of your head or in front of you?
So, okay, the due date in regards to registration happens on January 13th. That was the agreed upon day based on the last episode of the Proximity Chat podcast, which was posted up on the Discord channel. It was posted up on December 14th. And we are expecting to start the tournament today on February 5th. That's when we want to start. Now, if I remember correctly, again, you have mentioned this before, we're trying to fill out a roster of 16 players. At this particular moment, I think we have 4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we just opened up registration.
Yeah, we did. Do you want to go down like the list of like how we're doing it? There's like the elimination best of 3. We're not doing round robins like we used to do. Like we did it for the Heartbreakers tournament. That was not. We're just doing straight up. Yeah, we're doing straight up single eliminations, best of 3.
Straight up.
And until the finals, which would be best of 5. Right. So you guys will be sorted out into brackets, which will be another episode of its own. And from there, you guys will have a week to play your games. I believe it was a week. Let me just double check to be 100% certain.
Yeah.
Every week you must complete your matches by Monday morning. If not, both of you will be disqualified, and you are put on something called the shit list. Do you know what the shit list is, Trax?
The shit list is essentially if you sign up and then you don't show up, essentially you're sort of barred from future tournaments, given, unless some other kind of circumstance, obviously, like if you suddenly drop into a coma, we probably won't hold that against you for future tournaments, but don't sign up unless you're going to play the games.
Yes. Also, if you have if you are like being very rude and all that kind of stuff, that could also put you on the shit list. You are allowed to smack talk, of course, within reason, right? But if you're being very rude, then there's more of a chance that you'll be put on said shit list, because we are trying to do this in fun and good nature, of course. We want to encourage these communities to get together and play amongst each other, so you guys can have more friends to play Halo with. Right, so, and this is going to be it's not not specifically heavily skill based. So folks like Losberger and Falcon Skis, who is another host of the Proximity Chat, they're not going to be hopping into the tournament at all. They will be commentating it. But I mean, if you want to go ahead and say what you want to say in regards to participation, this is your chance.
For me personally.
For you personally.
So I will be competing in this 1v1 tournament. I will be in it. I will be playing. I will kick the shit out of you if I can. You will kick the shit out of me if you do. I am excited to hop into the tournament and play. Look, the kind of environment that we're trying to create is just like the environment that we've tried to create on previous 1v1 tournaments that we've done. So the idea is that this is kind of like sort of like a beer league, right? In the way of like it's meant to be fun, it's meant to connect with people, it's meant to kind of be a good time for everybody, but towards the end people want to win, and so that's totally okay to be competitive and come in and try to win for sure. Just remember that this is not, we're not professionals. You don't need to be angry if you lose. We're looking for players who want to win but are also good sportsmen, good sportswomen, whatever, good sports people, if you do lose. So it's one of those kinds of environments. Think beer league with your friends. That's kind of the environment that this is for, or that we're creating here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. One of the few questions that also does pop up: what kind of maps are we playing on? Well, considering that it is like Forge is now out, we do have somebody that's in the community that is working on getting us a bunch of functioning maps. This would be Bunge. Bunge is working through with Burger and a couple other folks in the committee to find the appropriate size 1v1 maps to put into the rotation.
Bunge is our.
Have that information, then we will go ahead and we'll let you guys know as soon as we can.
Yeah, Bunge is our dedicated 1v1 map specialist. So he's going to be finding the perfect maps for a 1v1 tournament, and we're going to set those up. So while we don't have the maps right now, that's okay. We're working on ironing them out, so that way everybody has such a great place to play on that feels good, that feels quick, doesn't feel like you're looking for people for like 13 minutes. When we did our Halo Infinite tournament last year, the Heartbreaker tournament, there were some games where people kind of had a hard time finding each other because we couldn't really change the size of the maps. We were left with, what we were left with from Halo Infinite. So there were times where people were kind of moving around trying to find each other. It would take really long. You can expect that engagements will be a lot quicker. It'll be a lot easier to kind of figure out where you're at, where your opponent is at. So, that's kind of that's the kind of maps that we're going to have. And the ones that I've seen in the chat that we're kind of talking about, some of you might recognize some of them from previous Halo games. So these are going to be good maps. This is going to be good stuff.
Yes, it will be.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely will be. Yeah. So the date we're looking at in regards to starting off would be February 5th. There should be another episode coming up on either the Proximity Chat podcast or the Red Spartan Halo podcast. We're not sure. We are considering cross-pollinating this podcast in some way, shape, or form. So I don't know. We got to work out those details. But yeah, stay tuned. We will be starting to announce brackets after the January 13th day.
Yes.
Because obviously we need time for you guys to register. And again, spots will be filling up. So we are looking for a full roster of 16 players to play.
Yeah, spots are filling up quick, so don't sleep on it. Send me a DM, say, hey, Trax, I want to play. Hop in, get involved. It's a lot of fun. Nobody ever regrets hopping into one of these tournaments. The whole thing is just kind of like a fun event for everybody. So definitely jump in and don't sleep on it. If you're kind of considering it, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? You have some games against somebody and you lose. That's the worst thing that could possibly happen. But you're going to be participating in a very fun event. So definitely jump in and be a part of it.
Okay. Another thing in regards to registration, we would like a little blurb from you. And by that, I mean some kind of little bio. And another thing that has been recently added as of, I think, earlier today or earlier yesterday from Burger, an intro song would be very much appreciated for when we do make
sick.
Announcements for all the characters. Or sorry, all the participants. So what we'll do, I think the way it'll work is we'll just end up playing the intro song, and then as the intro song is playing, then we'll be playing, you saying your bio or something. I don't know how that's gonna work, but if you guys would let me know a bio that you want to throw in, a little blurb, if you want to smack talk or say oh, you're the best Halo player of ever made or whatever, the best Spartan out there, and yada yada yada, you want to throw that in there, you can go ahead and throw that in there in your registration when you get in contact with us.
Beautiful.
And then if you can provide us an intro song that you would like to play, and we're going to try to work that through as well.
Beautiful.
Okay. Another thing in regards to registration, we would like a little blurb from you. And by that, I mean some kind of little bio. So what we'll do, I think the way it'll work is what we'll do is we'll just
Yes. Do it. It'll be fun. Think of like when you're watching your favorite baseball players walk out to the base and they got their song that's playing for them to hype them up. That's kind of the feel that you want from there. So something that's going to kind of get the blood pumping.
We've announced this podcast, but we never told you what it's called.
Oh yeah, you want to reveal what the name of the tournament's called there, Mystery?
So the working title, or I don't even know if it's 100% certain, but we kind of agreed on the Supersized Burger Cup. Because Supersized is the one that's brought us all together. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't resist having the Supersized Burger Cup as the name.
Yeah, this is not being endorsed by McDonald's at all. I don't even think that they do supersizes anymore. Hashtag not sponsored. But yes, the Supersized Burger Cup.
Yeah, if you need to talk to anybody in regards to it, you can talk to me, you can talk to Trax. There's Bunch, there's Gunfighter, there's Falcon on skis, and Los Burger that you can go ahead and speak to.
Exactly.
If you're looking to reach out.
We've made it very easy for people. Just send us a DM. You don't have to do an email. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just send us a DM, tell us that you want to play, and then we'll basically send you like, hey, just give us a bio, give us your intro song. But we can get you locked in right away as long as you message us and just say, hey, yeah, I want to play. Boom, you're locked in. Okay, now you got a minute to work on your bio. You got a second to work, pick out your song, whatever.
Yeah.
Sound good? Sound gravy?
Yeah, that is the announcement, sir.
That is the announcement. Awesome. You excited for this? I'm so pumped for this.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it, and I'm actually really excited to see all three communities get together and have a 1v1.
I think it'll be really cool. What is the date that you will start the tourney? The date is going to be February 5th is when it's going to start. It's going to be a little bit different than tournaments that we've done where we needed people to be available on a specific night on Fridays, right? So basically, first couple rounds, they're just going to be like whenever you have time during that week to play your opponent. So let's say that you're in the tournament, you and I are playing against each other. Okay, that week of February, let me pull it up here. February 5th is a Sunday, so we would have between the 5th and the 11th to play 3 Halo games. I mean, it's pretty whatchamacallit, pretty convenient. You can find a time that's going to work for another person, get together, play your games, record the scores and everything like that. And then you're kind of done that way. So easy. We made it easy peasy.
Yep. And then there is one more thing that was mentioned on that podcast episode, which I ended up pinning on the general chat in our Discord channel.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, and it's if you want it commentated by Burger and Falcon on skis, like you can go ahead and kind of like communicate with them in regards to like what time
hell
you
yeah,
maybe go ahead and get that done.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like it commentated, you don't have to get it commentated. I did clarify if that was optional, and that is what they did say. It is optional for you guys. If you
optional commentary.
Yeah.
New 1v1 with optional commentary.
Yeah, it's optional.
It's optional.
Especially
I would like that.
Robins or like for like the brackets ones.
I think it would be cool. I want all of my games commentated, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you would play and commentate your game at the same time.
Yeah, I'd be like, DaddyTrax has no idea what he's doing. He can't find the enemy. Oh, he got killed again, and he's totally freaking out. Will voice chat be broadcast? No, I don't believe voice chat will be broadcast. Are you going to be having someone do the commentary for the brackets? Once they get to the end and they start doing like the championship and stuff like that, like that's when I think they're going to be doing the commentary for everybody. But you can basically have all of your games commentated whatever round you're in. So you're going to start out, they'll have 16 people. No round robins, so you're jumping into a bracket immediately. Okay, jump into the bracket immediately. So the tournament's going to go a lot faster than the ones that this podcast has thrown in the past, because we've done the round robin as kind of a way to sort of for everybody to socialize. So this is going to be 16 people, boom, right in the bracket, going up against somebody, easy peasy.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it is welcome and open to anybody listening to this show. So anybody listening to this podcast, anybody listening to this show, you are welcome. It is not meant to be for people who are not a part of any of these communities. So if you're like, hey, I want to play, I also have 17 other friends who want to join, but they're not really involved in any of these communities. It's really kind of in the spirit of the tournament, you know, to be listeners of these shows, or you know, friends of the shows, that kind of thing. So even if you're not listening every week, but you hear this podcast, like, you are still welcome to join for sure. It's just not meant to like, oh, I'm gonna grab me and 12 of my friends to sign up real quick to kind of take up all the slots. You know, we want a variety of listeners and community members to be a part of this for sure. Exactly. All right, so that's that announcement. Awesome. Right now, there's a winter event that's going on, Winter Contingency 2, that is happening right now on Halo Infinite. And it comes with a couple, I mean, I think we talked about it last week, a couple kick-ass things. One of those is a Santa hat. So Santa hat for your Spartan. I just found out today that the Santa hat does not go on any helmet. It has to be the Mark 7 helmet, like the default one, or the Cavaliero helmet for the Mark 7. So there's only 2 helmets that you can wear the Santa hat on, unfortunately, right now. But cross core attachments are going to be coming sometime in 2023. So at some point you'll be able to put the Santa hat on any of the helmets, but right now there's only 2 helmets that you can wear with it, unfortunately. But it does look really cool. It looks really cool. I'm excited for them to put out some more helmets and or hats, whatever they're calling it. I think that that's a very fun thing for Halo to do. So, but yeah, it's really easy to unlock it. You basically just turn on Halo Infinite, and you have like 2 weeks to basically get done 10 challenges that you could probably knock out in a couple hours if you wanted. Okay, so this is the part where people are not necessarily like the most thrilled. Do you remember when they had the what's the name of that grunt that they do all the events for every time?
Yip yap.
Yip yap. Yip yip or yip yap. So when we had the yip yap event, we had some very social, fun, kind of crazy game modes. And so people were sort of expecting that, and there was a rumor and a leak that the game mode that we're going to be getting for the Winter Contingency event was essentially Halo's version of a snowball fight. So think plasma grenades, no shooting, no meleeing, just like plasma grenades exploding and stuff like that. You know, having to stick somebody to kill them. Apparently, like, that was a leak that was coming out before of this game mode that was going to be around. When they launched the Winter Contingency event, the main event game mode is Team Snipers, which is super random, but I think that gives a lot of credence to the idea that they had something else that they wanted to do, and it was kind of dropped last second for whatever reason. So Team Snipers is sort of the event playlist right now that you can play. You don't have to do Team Snipers in order to unlock any of the goodies, and this is a free event, by the way, so anybody can come in and unlock some of these skins and get the Santa hat for free. All you have to do is complete the event, and the challenges are fairly easy as well. So I would recommend anybody who's interested in having a Santa hat, just go in and, you know, knock out those challenges real quick, get that Santa hat unlocked. I think it looks really cool. I can't wait to wear it.
Oh yeah, I took a look at the Santa hat. Sure, yeah, it was interesting. But what I thought was really cool, I don't know if you've had a chance to take a look at the Winter Contingency 2 stuff specifically.
Mm-hmm. I have.
I really like the weapon camos. I did like it.
Yes, the weapon camos look really good.
Yeah, they look great. I do have like one thing that I would like to see. So like you know how they had like the blue and then they have snowflakes on there. I'd like to see if they can make that a little bit more of a translucent blue with like snowflakes inside instead of it painted on the snowflakes. If that was like a glassy kind of texture kind of look. And
Okay.
I think that could be really really cool. But beyond that, I like the color, the way the colors are, and I do really like the design of it. So I might actually end up like equipping that to my my battle rifle, and I think it's the Hydra launcher, if I remember.
Yes. Yeah. So there's
for the pistol too, or no?
Yeah. So 3 different weapon skins. One for the BR. Is it the BR or the AR? Yeah. One for the BR. One for the Hydra launcher, and then one for the pistol, which is really good because the Hydra launcher, I don't think has had any other free skins. This might be the first or the second one. So good on them for kind of including that, because you know that kind of goes unnoticed sometimes because it's not as popular of a weapon. So
Right, yeah, that's true.
yeah, so get those skins unlocked. You have 2 weeks. I think that you have until like the end of the first week in January, or maybe not, 14 days. I would, you know, just complete it before the end of December and you'll be all set there. And then that kind of sets us up for the event that's coming up in January. So one event after the other. I hope that they have like a dedicated playlist or something that's a little bit more fun for the next event. Again, Team Sniper seems kind of random, so I'm not exactly sure why they picked that one. I can't help but think that it's true that they had something else lined up for it. But the goodies that you get, you know, they look good. I like the weapon skins and the Santa hat and the candy cane visor. What do you think would make for a really good holiday, you know, winter or Christmas like kind of idea for like a game mode? What do you think would be fun?
I believe we've had this chat last year.
Oh, did we?
Christmas.
That doesn't surprise me.
We've definitely done like quite a few. Like we've thrown out a couple of ideas where like we've had like, you know, like mongoose as reindeer, and like you can have like Santa sleigh, so like maybe they're pulling on like
oh yeah,
one of the warthogs or something, where you have somebody as Santa throwing down maybe some gifts or something, and you have to try to survive like some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
That's a really cool idea. But when you had said like snipers, right? I thought it could be really cool to change the bullet of your sniper to like an icicle or something.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you could have like a freeze tag or something, where if you get a headshot, you like instantly kill them. But if you hit them in the body somewhere, it's gonna like slow them down or something. And then eventually, if you hit them like twice or something, you can freeze them in place or something. You know?
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that. That would be really cool. Or even like if you can like slightly adjust the Ravager, where like, you know how the Ravager you can charge the fire, and then like, you know, you can arc it and like
yeah,
go down. It would be really cool if instead of it being like a very like plasma-y kind of thing, it would just be like a bunch of like these very heavy like ice shards or ice balls come down and like have this area of effect impact or something.
Like an ice Ravager.
Really cool.
That's
these
cool.
Cool little neat little things just for like,
yeah,
you know,
just for a little bit,
a month or something, you know.
Just for a little bit.
Really fun to make that little twist on things.
100%. I was thinking of a game mode, because I've been seeing a whole bunch of parents on TikTok traumatize their kids by having the Grinch break into the house and then basically steal like the kids' gifts and throw them in trash bags and carry them out. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. I can't believe people do that to their kids. If you do it to your kids, no, absolutely not. If you do this to your kids, you're a terrible person. I don't know why people are doing that. I guess for social media views. Hardcore, I judge you if you are traumatizing your kid by having the Grinch come in and steal their presents. I don't get it. Anyway, I thought it could be fun if you had a map that was forged together, and basically the idea is there is one or maybe two Grinches that are coming into a house that there's like something that's being guarded, right? And the kids, right, are basically the players that are in the house trying to stop the Grinch from stealing the presents under the tree. So I don't exactly know how it would work. Maybe they have to like, grab something and then you run over to the chimney to kind of get out of there or something like that. I don't know. I thought that was kind of like a cool concept, a little bit different of a game type, where you get in to grab an objective and get out. Like you don't even have to kill anybody to win. You just get in, grab it, get out. Kind of like capture the flag, I guess, but not exactly the same thing.
It sounds very much like that.
You're like, yeah, dude, this sounds like capture the flag.
It could be a nice little twist on it though, right? Like, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, so maybe the flag's like a present or something like that. That would be cool.
You capture the flag or whatever, and you have like this whole gift opening or something like that, and the gift opens, right, and then like it pops out a couple of power weapons to help you capture the next gift.
Oh yeah, I like that. Okay.
Like, you have this whole like confetti thing, ribbons come out, glowing box, and like just
here's your new gun.
A sniper comes out, a rocket launcher comes out, and it's like, oh hey, you capture the flag. Here's your reward. You can go ahead and use that to get another gift.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be pretty insane. I mean, I'm sure it probably could be done with a new Forge and all of its scripting capabilities, like...
Yeah, I bet. I mean, there's a ton of things.
Yeah.
Game Warrior just said Attack on Titan Slayer. I know that this is not Christmas themed or holiday themed in any kind of way, but with what they're doing with Forge, I don't know if they could make a big AI models that would walk around, but I would love for somebody to do something like that. Some kind of Attack on Slayer. Like, that's such a fantasy of mine to play like an Attack on Titan kind of game, and it would work with the grapple shot and with the swords and stuff like that. Like that, I mean, that works perfectly for it. That would be really cool. What a good idea, Game Warrior. Yeah, that's what I like to see. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on in the world of Halo. 1v1 tournament. We got the Winter Contingency event. Some new...
I think it's Winter Contingency 2, right?
Yeah, Winter Contingency 2. Get that Santa hat. I think the Santa hat's really cool and likely will not have another chance to get that until next year. So make sure you're getting it now.
Another neat thing was the visor. They had the candy cane visor.
I love the candy cane visor. I think that looks really neat. Yeah. Really neat, especially for this time of year, for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if next year they'll have like a gift wrap visor or something,
Yeah, you know what? I was just thinking of this. If you put together your Winter Contingency 1 armor, the red, the white, and the green, and then you got the candy cane visor, and then you got the Santa hat, boom, you're all holidayed up. You are all set to go.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually, we'll just have like a bunch. We'll also have like the snowman helmet. Do we not have that yet?
No, we don't. Yeah.
What happened to that? Did they just scrap that, or is that for Winter Contingency 3?
Winter Contingency 3.
Jack Frost versus Santa Claus.
The return of Frosty. Frosty returns. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, the snowman helmet. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a bunch of those out there that they've made that are kind of just waiting. But yeah, that's definitely one that I would like to.
You need to keep your snowman helmet
like to see
by killing more people. Otherwise, you'll start melting.
Yeah, dude, you're like slowly melting. Yeah, it's like a take on Juggernaut, right? There's like one snowman running around. You have no weapons, and everybody has to kind of just stay away from the snowman and let him melt.
Yeah, that sounds like a game of tag,
That sounds fun, yeah.
Or its own version of like infection or something, where it's just you're a snowman, you're infected, and then like you have to infect other people, and they become snowmen. And, like you're running away from a bunch of snowmen Spartan because we don't have elites.
Yeah, dude, all the guns are like have all plasma guns, burning holes in people and stuff like that. Melts them faster, maybe.
You have to melt them with the sentinel beam or something.
Yeah, kinetic weapons do like no damage.
Yeah, it just goes right through them. It just riddles them with bullets all the time.
It would be so cool if this game had dismemberment, and you could have like those plasma lasers and just like slice a snowman in half, Like, I know that would never work in Halo, but I'm just saying it would be cool if we had dismemberment and then you had...
If they were actual snowmen, though, and the dismemberment would be just the twigs coming off, would that be still within rated T for teen range because there's no blood coming out.
Yeah, I mean, if it's snow, or like if you slice them with the laser, like, okay, maybe there's like 3 balls of snow, and then the bottom ball is the one that's kind of like rolling for them running. And so if you slice it off, maybe it's just like, okay, there's the head, and then there's like the next ball, and then that's kind of just like rolling, you know? And so like maybe it rolls like a little bit slower. That's how you can kind of protect yourself. And then I don't know, maybe this is a little bit too nuts, but that would be fun.
That could be interesting, yeah.
Yeah, T for teen. Slicing up your snowman. Yeah, that's everything that I got on the dock today. Mystery, anything you want to talk about before we head out of here?
Winter contingency. I mean, the only other thing that I've been playing some Halo Infinite.
Ooh.
Just a tiny bit. It's usually like 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm like getting home from work or whatever, you know, like it's super late.
Props to you to turning it on and playing.
Well, I mean, I need to unwind before I go to bed. I can't just, you know, unless I have to be hella tired for me to just, you know, get back home from work and just go straight to bed, or I have to wake up super early. I have to make sure I'm up by like 6 or something. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. In order for me to just go straight to bed, so like I need to unwind and then go to bed eventually. So yeah, and that's when I'll just kind of like try to hop on for a bit. I managed to complete all of the season pass stuff for MCC.
Nice.
And I was working on unlocking like a bunch of the stuff from the exchange. And then on the winter contingency 2, I think I'm like 2 levels in, I want to say, or 3 levels in, and I'm still not complete the last season pass, or like the 30 tier season pass.
Yeah, I haven't completed the 30 tier pass, or I still haven't completed the season 2 battle pass.
My good sir, you're slacking.
I am slacking.
And no, I'm not talking about the Pokemon. Because there's a Pokemon called slacking. Anywho,
I was not expecting that.
A lot of people are talking about Pokemon right now because the new Pokemon games are out or something like that. So like, there's just been a lot of that going around. But yeah, no, I mean, beyond that, I don't really have anything else to add on either.
Okay. Do we have anything in the community corner? Game Warrior is saying community corner.
Let me check.
Game Warrior, we will pull this up, sir.
From the community corner.
Very good. Community trap.
From Company Trap.
Company trap.
Yeah, that was the joke that we made. Game Warrior asks, kill Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph, and why?
I'm killing Frosty the Snowman.
Okay.
The reason why is because the dude's gonna die come springtime. His best bet, he's making it to like March, and then he's dying. Okay, Rudolph, dude, we need Rudolph every year. We need Rudolph every year because the guiding knows, you know, if there's a storm or something like that. So I just, from a practical standpoint, like who's more valuable to the community, I think that Rudolph gets the nod over Frosty. So Frosty can, sorry Frosty, but can turn you into a nice glass of water.
Okay. Following tradition, I'm guessing I'm gonna go Rudolph then.
Jeez, dude, you're heartless.
Yeah, I am heartless because you went Frosty Snowman. I'm gonna go Rudolph, and he gets too much attention. You can't even. Not everybody can even name all the reindeers that Santa has on his sleigh. They all only ever seem to remember Rudolph. And due to his popularity, I think he needs to go down.
Wow, murdering Rudolph based on people like him.
Yeah. I really couldn't think of anything at all. Oh boy.
You know what would be funny though is if they had a you know how like in the one song they say that they didn't let Rudolph play any reindeer games. I would love to see like Squid Games, but like for reindeers, and it's like
Battle Royale for reindeers.
Yeah, it's a battle royale to see if you're gonna make it onto Santa's reindeer team. And so it starts out with 100 reindeer, and only the last 8 make it. The rest of them get slaughtered or killed in the reindeer games. I mean, come on, this is awesome.
Man, you came up with a much more creative version of killing Rudolph. I was just thinking of maybe just unplugging his nose.
Unplugging his nose.
Yeah, man, it's a light bulb, right? So just unscrew the light bulb.
And that kills him?
That's what I'm going to assume does.
Oh my god, you just rip his nose off of his face.
If he doesn't have a red nose.
That's a good point. You're now just Rudolph some bum.
Yeah, so it'd be Rudolph and just Rudolph.
Rudolph the bum ass reindeer. Wow.
Yeah, sure. Jeez. What the heck?
Dude, you're the one ripping off his nose, okay? Don't try and turn this around on me.
Nose.
Whatever. Same thing.
You want to melt the snowman?
Yeah, dude. Someone's got to die. So let it be Frosty. It's gonna melt anyway. He only
gets like 3 months to live, and you want to kill him early.
Yeah, dude. If he's only gonna live for 3 months, kill him in a week. He's fine.
Yeah. If we lose Rudolph, we still have all the other reindeer.
That's a good point.
Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen.
Well, that's a good argument there, right? Like, there's 8 other reindeer who are capable of pulling Santa's sleigh. Not to mention, they were doing the job for a long time before Rudolph came around. Frosty the Snowman, it's what, him and Jack Frost, and then the murderous one. Like, there's like 2 or 3 snowmen who come to life. So, fair enough. Maybe that's a reason to keep Frosty the Snowman alive.
Are you helping me?
Yeah, I think I might be changing my mind. Look, there's plenty of reindeer, not many snowmen who come to life. How could you kill off one of the only mythical creatures that we have on this planet? Okay, kill off the reindeer, feed them to the other ones, and keep Frosty the Snowman.
Crap, man! I thought I was being excessive. Jeez, feed him to the other reindeer.
Yeah, in the reindeer games. And then Frosty, you keep Frosty around, okay? Because we need oh my god. Yeah, murder Rudolph, divide his nose up, and give all the other reindeer headlamps. Game Warrior, dude, that's sick. That's sick, bro. Absolutely sick. What's the next question?
Hashtag red from Game Warrior, dog cam.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. I was actually thinking at one point of having a dog cam. So Chevy sleeps in like the same bed, and like I could totally set up a little camera that's just trained on his bed, and so you could kind of see the dog just kind of laying there. Is that something you guys want? You guys want a dog cam? Let me know. Send me a DM. Send me a DM and say, hey, I want to play in the tournament. Also, dog cam yes or dog cam no. And then we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We shall go from there.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for listening. If you listen to us on Spotify or iTunes, we are going to be completely updated and up to date as soon as this episode airs, so that'll be good. And then make sure that you're leaving us a rating or review on Spotify or iTunes. You can do reviews for podcasts on those 2 websites, and that helps other people find us, so please do that for us. That would be very kind of you. You can find me on TikTok at DaddyTrax. You can find me on Twitter at Daddy_Trax. And Mystery, what do you got going on this week, and where can people find you?
Tomorrow, I believe we should have the Curse of Strahd campaign still going. We had to cancel last week because one of our players unfortunately was not feeling too well, and they actually had contracted COVID, so they were just not able to make it. So hopefully this week we'll be able to. Friday still is kind of up in the air at this particular moment. I don't know
TBD.
how the holiday. Yeah, this holiday is going to be a little rough for me. I don't know how the schedule is going to be looking like for the next 2 weeks for me, just personally. So
yeah, fair enough.
I'll just keep you posted. Twitch.tv/RealMistry is where you can find me. And yeah, that's about it for me.
Very good. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We will see you all here next week. Bye bye.
Holy shit! We changed the outro.
Oh yeah.
We changed the intro.
Yes, we did.
What is going on? Is it season 3?
I don't even think that we mentioned that. Yeah, we're gonna do Halo music.
We're gonna do Halo music.
Yeah.
No more of this boss battle music. And
no more boss battle. No more boss battle.
Okay. We're gonna just like random.
Yeah.
We're gonna take all the songs. How many songs do you think there are?
There's a lot.
Altogether, how many songs?
100.
What we're gonna do? Just 100? No, there's no way. There's just 100. Like,
more?
I don't believe that. There's got to be way more.
Yeah, probably you're right. Because there's like 20 just for this Halo 2 Volume 1.
There's 424 songs just
oh my god.
If you consider Halo CE, Halo 2, the Halo 2 Volume 2, the Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Wars 1, Halo Wars 2, Halo
It's a lot.
Halo CE Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, if you consider Halo 5, and Halo Infinite, and Halo Legends, if you want to consider that as well, you're looking at at least 420 songs.
That's a lot of songs.
You're looking at almost 24 hours worth of just listening to songs. So, like, we have so much to pick from, and we can go ahead and randomize for the next, like, 12 seasons.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Alright, guys.
That I'm completely making that up, but I'm not.
That's a lot of songs. That is a lot of songs. Good night, everybody. See you later.